Vamos a darle un ratito nomás. Un ratito nomás. Un ratito nomás. Un ratito nomás. Ahí está.
Development project has been added.
By connecting your iDroid to the onboard computer, you turn the chopper into your own Aerial Command Center, or ACC. Some elements of staff assignment and R&D of weapons and items can only be performed from there. Take as long as you need to consider all your options.
Please select a mission.
Destruir el equipo de comunicaciones. Extraer el ingeniero que está desertar.
Boss, information warfare is more than just intel gathering. It also means disrupting enemy communications. Your mission is to punch a hole in the comms network between the Soviet outposts. That'll cut off their means to call in reinforcements. Technically, we were given this mission by a Western-backed Arab organization supporting the guerrillas. But it'll also give us a leg up in the future. Take a look at the location of the Eastern Communications Post on your iDroid. Head there and destroy its comms equipment. He who controls information controls operations. Just look at Cypher. Good luck, boss.
Good luck, boss.
Mission accepted.
Pues ya que, ¿no? Pum. Fuerzas en retroceso de alto calibre específico para cargas explosivas auto para disparar cargas explosivas especiales. Conversión de ojiva nuclear Fulton. Ah, no, sí. Secundarias. Doble tornado. Historia de combate. Oye. Tengo C4.
Please specify a project.
Sí. Equipo de idea. Okay.
Please specify a project. Please select a mission. Mission accepted.
Con informe de combate. ¿Puedo agarrar otro? Vámonos con este.
Deploying.
You need to disable the Soviets' reinforcement system by putting a hole in their base-to-base comms network. Head for the Eastern Communications Post and destroy its comms equipment. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility. Dog Pop. He's a tough little guy. Boss, this is no time to be playing with animals. What are you gonna do, boss? Roger that. We'll pick him up.
Soy un intérprete ruso. Ruso.
We found out there's an English-speaking soldier somewhere in the region. He's a language specialist. His role is to translate information related. That's the target.
Yeah.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Эй, ты же говоришь по-английски? Это непросто.
Side-op completed. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Unit function added.
Boss, that language specialist you extracted has been very cooperative. Says he's always dreamed of living a free life, like folks in the West. What are the odds, huh? I've gone ahead and placed him in the support unit. His job is Russian interpretation.
What has been
Now you'll know
updated?
what Soviet soldiers are saying. You can even interrogate them. Should give you an edge in the mission.
Genial.
Enter the Eastern Communications Post and destroy the target equipment. Its location is on your iDroid.
Ooh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa, whoa.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's my spider?
Yeah. Whoa, whoa.
That crack would make a good foothold. You can use crack climbing to make your way up. Say, boss, you see many animals in the field. Truth is, an environmental NGO has asked us to remove wild animals from combat zones. If you have the time, can you extract some back here? There's a reward in it for us.
Ok, no los llevamos.
You have arrived at your destination.
You made it. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
has been
That antenna is
updated.
one of the targets. There should be more.
The map has been updated.
That's another one of the targets. Do you see any more? That looks like the target.
Position info
We know where
has
all
been
the antennas are now. Take out all 3 of them. How you do it is your call.
Creo que ya son 2. Y de la luz está allá. Lo vi.
Marker placed.
Explosives should take care of them well enough. How you do it is up to you.
Почему он не боится? Он сказал, нельзя будет сбить ракету, которую не видно на радаре. Ракета, которую не видно на радаре. Это возможно? Для меня. Он сказал, на родине, разрабатывает. Любовь и население. Потому что он хочет нанести удар. Конечно же нет.
Destroy the targets. Any method will do.
The map has been updated. The map has been updated.
Cámara, que tengo que agarrar este coso para que se desarrolle.
The map has been
That radio
updated.
transmitter is used to relay messages between outposts. Take it out and the mission's complete. We have the locations of all the targets. Destroy either the radio transmitter or all the antennas to shut down communications between the enemy outposts. It's all up to you, boss.
Where
Where are
you?
your friends?
Я не хочу умирать! Нет, не делай этого!
Get down.
You have arrived at your destination.
Всем боевым группам, это КП. Вышел из строя целый ряд ламп. Похоже на проблемы с электроэнергией. Ближайший патруль. Проверить здесь питание.
¿Va a venir o qué? Enemigo tú.
You know where you're headed, boss? If you place a marker on the map, you can keep track of where you want to go even when the map's closed.
Кто-нибудь снимите меня!
Roger that. Всем боевым группам, это кафе. Остановились. Всем подразделениям занять боевые позиции.
Открыть огонь!
Good. That's the first one. Destroy the remaining antennas.
Открыть огонь!
The role of the support chopper is to extract you and your targets from the area of operations. It'll respond to situations with support fire as needed, and you can use flare grenades to indicate the objective directly. Good work. You've completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Mission info has been updated.
Открыть огонь!
КП, это зона 10. Потерял визуальный контакт. Перемещаюсь к последней известной позиции. Прием. Это КП, понял. Будьте начеку и найдите противника. Конец связи.
Now get out of there. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
Это КП, понял. Опустите каждый. Найдите на здесь. Конец связи. Штаб. Это КП. Развернулся огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ.
Exfiltrated
That's
hot.
it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Штаб. Это КП. Ответьте.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Mission complete. Great work.
Excellent.
Our army is growing like crazy thanks to you, boss. In fact, it's getting downright crowded around here. To bring a greater number of people on board, we'll need to expand our facilities. To that end, I've created a base development unit. It has two roles, material refinement and platform construction. I'll start with the material refinement part. The base development unit procures material resources on a regular basis according to its level. The materials are stored in containers and placed on the deck of Mother Base. Once they're finished being processed, they can finally be put to use. By using these materials to build new platforms, we'll be able to add a greater number of staff to our ranks. We don't need any specific instructions from you to refine the materials, but I want you to be the one to decide how we construct platforms. Once we have sufficient GMP and the required material resources, you can issue construction orders from your iDroid.
Okay.
Remember the guys you brought back from the base in Cuba 9 years ago? Believe it or not, some of them survived that hell we went through. Word reached them that Big Boss is back and they wanted in. They're good men, our brothers in fate. They'll be glad to know you've seen them here.
Genial.
Prolonged time in the field is bad for the body and mind. I think it's time you took a break. Do it for me. Come back to Mother Base ASAP.
ASAP.
Come back! Mitch.
Here's the dog you brought back. Bit of a troublemaker. Not sure about the breed, though.
He'll get bigger?
Uh-huh. Like this. You know, I can look after him. He's still a pup, so he doesn't listen. I have a feeling someday he'll be useful. I suspect you discovered a real diamond in the rough. With a little polish, I'd say we got a true diamond dog on our hands.
sounds. Fine. Come on, Dee Dee.
Boss, we've received a back-channel request from Langley. We're to find a piece of new American military hardware that's gone missing in the mountains of Afghanistan. It's a difficult mission, but I'd say you're back in top form by now. Check your iDroid for the details.
Boss. Whatever supplies you need, just let us know, boss. Boss! Thank you. Morning, boss.
Si la moneda de base madre sube, las habilidades del personal aumentarán por encima del nivel normal. Regresar a la base madre con frecuencia es muy bueno para aumentar la moral del personal. Cumple tareas y recibe tus recompensas. Empieza por revisar tus tareas que están disponibles en la lista y recógelas. Ya, y revisa. Empieza a revisar tus tareas y escoge las que quieres llevar a cabo. Una vez que las cumples serán marcadas con un ícono diferente. Alinear el recurso en una tarea marcada presiona 6 para aceptar tu recompensa. Por cierto, cambiar de pestañas te permite filtrar la lista y tareas a cumplir o tareas no cumplidas con las recompensas que no has aceptado. Han actualizado los retos disponibles en línea. Los nuevos retos en línea aparecerán la próxima vez que juegues en cada misión. Dame los datos de culminación de los retos de línea antes de la actualización serán descartados. Hice 50 marcas en total.
Development project has been added.
Recolectaron 25% de cintas de música. Trajo el logo gris salvaje. Completó el entrenamiento del ataque en Diamond Down. Un logo con rango A superior. Con rango S. Pero el intercambio.
Development project
Y sus
has been
versiones estas
added.
misiones.
Please specify a project. Please supplies requested. Supply drop complete. Please select a mission.
Boss, will you train with me? Boss, thank you for letting me join Diamond Dogs. I'll give you everything I've got.
Desarrollo helicóptero. Helicóptero.
Please specify a project.
Explique más rápido, por favor. Tiene personal. Ocelot. Desarrollo Miller.
Select unit.
Va. Armas.
Please specify a project.
Tal vez traje patrón militar, tigre dorado, torre del desierto boscoso. ¿Qué sigilo de supervivencia?
Ocelot, I hear they started calling you Shalashaska in Afghanistan. What's that about?
You know the term Sharashka? It's slang for a suspicious, hastily thrown together organization. The word became associated with a type of forced labor facility in the Soviet Gulag system. OKB scientists and engineers who'd been convicted of crimes were sent to a Sharashka for forced R&D. The Sharashkas were supervised by Lavrenti Beria of the NKVD, the secret police, under the official name 4th Special Department.
Forced research? That's not very different from what we do here.
Diamond Dogs is different. Everyone here believes in you. Regardless of where they came from or why they're here, they revere you. And they're fighting because it was their choice.
And if it wasn't, they'd leave.
Who knows? That's our reality here, whether it's real or not. If there's another truth, I don't want to know it. All that matters is that's the concept that's taken shape in their heads. The traces of a group ideology, our superstructure, to put it in Marxist terms.
All right. Go on.
Right. So anyway, at some point the enemy started calling me Sharashka. This was after the war in Afghanistan broke out. While I was keeping an eye on you in that hospital, I was also heading up interrogations here. The men I broke gave up their comrades and families, everything they wanted to protect them most. No real cause for it. I just let myself get caught up in the old Russian pride. And suddenly I received the honor of becoming Special Interrogation Advisor to the forced labor camps. But the more men I interrogated, the more people saw me as just that, the interrogator. It helped cover my real objective of keeping you safe.
You went that far for me?
Far enough to keep you alive. I ended up being pretty well known among the Afghan guerrillas. Some of them would have seen me on the battlefield, and that's how I got the second half of the name. Shashka. It's a sword, a type of saber from the Caucasus. Russian dragoons and Cossacks carry them into battle. Now, the Russian Empire had a general by the name of Fyodor Arturovich Keller. His bravery earned him the nickname Russia's greatest Shashka. Someone must have known about that, because somewhere along the line, Shashka got stuck on the end of Sharashka. The guerrillas were using the name amongst themselves, and by the time I got to hearing about it, pronunciation had wound up as Shalashashka.
So, half Gulag, half hero sword. Is a perfect fit.
But you see how rumors and ideas about people can get out of hand fast. Once you create a character and put it out there in public mind, it warps and twists with every baseless rumor. And before you know it, all people see are phantoms. In my case, it works out just fine. I'm plenty used to working under aliases.
Bien. Podemos construir la plataforma de desarrollo.
Commencing platform construction.
Otra. De inteligencia.
Commencing platform construction.
Por ahora que nunca.
Boss, if you need supplies, let us know.
Ayúdame.
Please select a landing zone. Landing zone
Roger.
confirmed.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Párate, por favor. Que lo recuerdo. ¡Helicóptero!
This is Pequod. On station at LZ.
Dame un momento.
Gaining altitude.
Y algo brillante.
Side ops list
Boss,
updated.
as requested, we've added an analyzer function to your binoculars. Now you can view soldiers or POWs and get a readout on their rank or any special skills they might have. Depending on their skills, they may even be able to develop new types of weapons or items. Try it out the next time you're thinking of folding someone.
Asegurar el plano metralleta antimotín.
Please select a mission.
Ser el ingeniero tratar de... Ya está. Shit.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to Afghanistan.
Ahí tenemos. Vehículo Nel.
Deploying.
Let's fucking go.
Be careful down there, boss.
Analicemos la zona. Vale, está destruido. ¿Es aquí donde tenemos que ir?
So as sandstorms come in, sandstorms effectively make you blind and deaf. But that goes for the enemy too. Use the situation to your advantage. The security forces must know something about the targets. After you grab or hold up an enemy, try interrogating them.
Sun will set shortly.
Where are your friends? Spit it out.
Analysis complete.
¿Qué estoy buscando? Un plano.
Development project has been added.
Guys, what about the unit that attacked us in the mist? You knew something about them.
That wasn't my first run-in with them. It happened right before I was captured by the Soviets. We were on the Zero line that day, the Afghan side, on our way back from training the Mujahideen at a mountain camp in Kunar province. There's a lot of that work in Afghanistan. Most PFs shy away from it because it draws too much attention. But for us, that was the whole point. The job itself went great. We just had to make it back to a tribal area in Pakistan. But all of a sudden, visibility got real bad. It was no sandstorm. Our point man gave this strange report. He said he could see skulls in the mist.
Skulls.
The next moment, he went silent. We scrambled into formation, right before his arms and legs came raining down on us. It was always supposed to be a dangerous mission, so I had Diamond Dog's very best with me. We were calling out to each other. But one by one, the voices just went dead. Whatever happened to me, I lost consciousness before I knew it. When I came to, I was in a Soviet camp, tied to an interrogation chair.
Could they be some new Spetsnaz unit?
No. The ones that interrogated me were just the average rank and file. Whatever group attacked us, the way they moved was just insane. And that mist, appearing out of nowhere. The Soviets don't have tech like that.
If they did, Ocelot would have heard about it.
I doubt the West does either. Otherwise, the folks at Langley would be sleeping a lot easier.
Why'd they come after you?
Wish I knew. I'm the only one who survived. Though I don't think they planned it that way. If I was their target, they wouldn't have just handed me over to the 40th Army.
Complete.
Whatever the case, we need to watch our step until we know who they really are. And boss, if you ever do run into them again, don't try to take them on. You just get the hell out of there. When I first started dealing with Zero, with Cypher, it was a somewhat parasitic relationship. Though, a mutually beneficial one.
Analysis
Cypher had no
complete.
army of their own, so they wanted us. They wanted our strength. They approached me as a potential business partner.
But they had other motives.
Cypher coaxed us into Central America, into that U.S.-Soviet proxy war, to fuel Mother Base's growth. Once we were big enough, they'd force us to join them. That was the plan.
That's why they had Paz, still Zeke.
Right. And if we refused, she would use Zeke to fire a nuke from Mother Base. The world would consider us a liability, and countries would unite to destroy us.
We stopped the launch.
And yet they still took us down. Through that fake inspection they orchestrated to cover up their sabotage. That power Cypher wanted. We don't have it anymore. So why are they still after you? Is it just the fear of leaving you alive?
I don't know. Was Zero really... All I know is the man I knew wouldn't want this.
What do you mean?
We have to consider that it might not be Zero we're dealing with.
Has been updated.
We know virtually nothing about Cypher anymore. How big they've gotten, what they want, or even who they really are. The new Mother Base started out as a test drilling rig operated by a mineral resources supplier, but their project fell through. The Seychelles government was happy to hand the place over to us. It was just scrap on stilts. So with a few dummy construction companies set up as fronts, we started renovating the half-finished rig. From the outside, it looked like the project was back on rails.
Kaz, you...
What?
I see what you're doing. Recreating the Mother Base we had 9 years ago. Only this time.
That's right. The Mother Base they destroyed will return from the grave to kill them. We'll prove to the world that we were the victors.
And if we lose again?
They can't fool us the same way twice. Now our enemies are in plain sight. And when our organization gets too big, we split it across companies.
Material.
Any company that
It
drops
could be just what we need to develop new weapons and equipment.
into a new company. Most PFs are small-time operations anyway. And in this business, the minnows go bankrupt all the time. We've never aroused suspicion. Plus, we have Hewick.
Hewick?
Human Exploitation Company. It's a business specializing in intel gathering. Think of it as a civilian intelligence agency.
Kaz, that's...
Remember what they were trying to accomplish at the prison facility in Cuba? That gave me the idea. We dispatch moles into conflict zones around the world, and each sets up an intel network on site. Then they stay in place to give us stable points of contact when other nations intervene in the conflicts. Hewick's strength is that it has a cutout at each level. You get your job from one guy, then you hand it off to another. No one has direct access. It's a perfect black box. Hewick members also work their way into the superpowers intelligence agencies to make sure Diamond Dogs gets work. We have those countries by the balls. That's our deterrent when we need it.
Networking. In the intelligence community?
Sure, that's how we've grown this far. And when you go out on missions, intel from Hewick will be there to back you up. But despite all that, Cypher has its eyes on us. The only reason I'm not dead is that they needed to know where you were. Figured if you woke up, I'd go straight to you.
That's why you made that ruckus at the Zero line.
Yeah, to make their own surveillance work against them. I think it took some of the heat off Cyprus.
Kaz.
Then I just had to wait for you to save me. And I've gotten used to waiting.
Kaz.
That's not all. it was a good chance to scout the market. And with the West wanting the Soviets out of Afghanistan, their agencies are bursting at the seams with funding. Boss, let's start by building up our Afghan presence.
Why put Mother Base in the Seychelles?
We're at the center of the world here.
We're all the way out in the Indian Ocean.
Come on. Lebanon, Sri Lanka, East Timor, and Africa. From here, our reach extends to conflict zones the world over, including Afghanistan, of course.
So it's prime real estate for a mercenary.
Exactly. Latin America isn't as close as I'd like, but we have Amanda and her people to help in that department. And besides, the Seychelles government owes us a favor.
Owes us?
The Seychelles has strong ties to the east, which the West wanted to shake up. It came to a head 3 years ago in an attempted coup. It was a force of South African mercenaries with U.S. backing behind the scenes. They were only platoon size, but South Africa is home to some heavy PFs. Too much for the Seychelles to handle. In the end, they accepted help from the Tanzanian army and quelled the coup. We set up the deal and handled on-site tactical instruction. That led to some training work for the Seychelles military. And when we put down a mutiny within their forces, well, we made a lot of people happy. They don't pay us. They just let us have a piece of their offshore territory on the promise we'll come running if something else happens.
So we're bodyguards, too.
It's a good setup. We can only take Mother Base so far here. We'll have to find somewhere else when this place starts getting big.
Aren't you being a little hasty?
Nothing hasty about it. You're back with us now.
So, Kaz, the ship that took us from Cyprus, it used to be a whaler.
Yeah, a Japanese vessel. How was the voyage?
It was stimulating.
Well, she was part of a whaling fleet up until a few years ago. Her displacement isn't anything to write home about, but she can really move. She still had plenty of life left in her, but then the work dried up. Global opposition to whaling has been mounting for years.
Is that right?
The push to ban it has been gaining traction for a little over a decade. Individual species came under protection as the years went on. And then 2 years ago, the IWC adopted a moratorium on commercial whaling. Several countries, including Japan, fought it to the bitter end. But eventually, most whaling companies had no choice but to throw in the towel. You ever tried whale snake?
Can't say that I have.
That's the target. When I was a kid in Japan, practically everybody ate it.
That good, huh?
The country was poor in those days, and whale was cheap.
Estamos a la vuelta.
International opinions changed since then. In any case, that's why we were able to get a bargain price on the ship. Of course, we did end up spending 5 times the purchase price in modifications. We had to really work to fit in all the ESM and communications gear while keeping the whaler look intact. Right now, she's going around conducting SIGINT missions. In the future, we plan to use her as a communications relay base between you and Mother Base, and also as a chopper resupply vessel. Diamond dogs. The word diamond originally comes from the Greek adamas. It means indomitable, unyielding. Other words for the stones often mean eternal bond, fortitude, or purity. The same is true of the Star of Bethlehem flowers you laid on the boss's grave. They represent innocence, as well as chastity, yielding to no man while maintaining one's virtue. In other words, staying loyal to something.
Нет, не делай этого!
Get down. Spit it out.
The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Side op completed. Extraction.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
No, 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 no.
You gotta extract him.
You have arrived at your destination. Please select a mission.
If we're going to expand Mother Base, we need more manpower. And not just for combat roles either. R&D, the support unit, intel, each demands a different set of skills. If we want to achieve what we've set out to do, Diamond Dogs has got to get stronger. There's a Soviet engineer I want to have join us. He was the one who built your prosthesis. With him on our side, who knows what sort of enhancements he'll come up with for it. He tried to defect but didn't make it, and now he's being held prisoner at Waksin Barracks. Find this engineer and get him out. Having him on our R&D team will go a long way to helping Diamond Dogs grow.
Mission accepted. The map has been updated.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Yeah. 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 Whoa, whoa.
Mala, mala, ding dong ding.
Whoa, whoa.
Please select a mission.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Boss, the Soviet engineer is being held prisoner at the Waksin Barracks. You need to find him and get him out. He tried to defect from the base camp up north, but it didn't work out. Now they're holding him at Waksin. He's offered his technical skills to us as long as we can guarantee his safety. You have to extract the target. Boss, your target just happens to be the man who developed your prosthetic hand.
Yeah.
He's the only one capable of maintaining it. If we bring him in, I'm sure he'll be able to modify it in all kinds of ways as well.
The map has been updated.
Whoa, whoa.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa,
Qué
whoa.
buen caballo y no sé qué.
Yeah.
Las horas del diablo, carnal.
Talk.
The map has been updated. Guard post captured.
Spit it out.
The map has been updated.
Hands up. Speak.
The map has been updated.
Нет, не делай этого!
Speak.
Я не хочу умирать!
The map has been updated.
Снимите меня отсюда!
He's coming too. Roger that.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Whoa, whoa.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Whoa, whoa.
Analysis complete.
Лучше посмотреть! Иди за мной!
Genial. No veo ni madres, pero vamos.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
That's the Waksin barracks. The target is somewhere inside that outpost. The Soviets consider him a traitor now, so he'll be treated like any other prisoner.
Analysis complete.
Hands up.
Подожди! Не стреляй!
Spit it out.
Great. I've updated the info on your iDroid. Take a look. I hope he's all right.
The map has been
Find the
updated.
target in the Waksin barracks and get him out alive.
Analysis complete. The map has been updated.
Excelente.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Hands up. Talk.
The map has been updated.
Carnal.
You have arrived at your destination.
Boss, you've entered a building. Always keep an escape route in mind when you head indoors. If you get surrounded, you'll have nowhere to run.
Нет, говорят, у них откуда-то взялся переносной ракетный комплекс. Помоги мне.
That's the target.
Этот протез. Я его сделал. Это мой шедевр. Обычные протезы — это скучно. Я специалист по бионике. Я создаю биомеханические. Я специалист по бионике. Я создаю биомеханические.
Now that's some lateral thinking. Flawless work. You never cease to amaze, boss. Target extraction confirmed. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
Компьютер 239. Прибыль на место. Начинаем осмотр. Прием. КП, понял.
Я не хочу умирать!
Будьте максимально осторожны. Конец связи.
Where are the others?
Я не хочу умирать!
Where are
Where
your
are the
friends?
others?
Analysis complete.
Всем боевым группам, это КП. Вышел из строя целый ряд ламп. Похоже на проблемы с электроэнергией. Ближайший патруль. Проверить сеть питания. КП, это Зоя-1. Немедленно проверю. Конец связи.
Analysis complete.
Что за...
So your suppressor is worn out. That gun will be as loud as any other now. If you have to shoot, be careful.
КП за 104. Есть признак грузовской активности. Усилим охрану. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Проверьте окрестности. Конец связи.
Я не хочу умирать!
Where are your friends?
КП за 104. Есть признак грузовской активности. Усилим охрану. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Смотрите в оба. Конец связи. КП, это Зоя-7. Плохой пленник. Похоже, он сбежал. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Начать поиски как можно скорее.
It'll be dawn
No,
soon.
no, 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 no.
Your surroundings will be easier to see, but that goes for the enemy as well. The guard detail in Soviet outpost changes in the morning too. Watch yourself.
Я не хочу умирать!
Let's go.
You've completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Всем боевым группам. Это КП. Придать быстрей. Всем подразделениям. По боевым постам. КП, это Зоя-1. Потерял визуальный контакт. Перемещаюсь по следу известной позиции. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Обследуйте сектор. Но осторожно. Конец связи.
Чисто!
КП, это Зоя-1. Никаких признаков противника. Обыскиваю местность. Прием.
Real.
Это КП. Понял. Следите за ними. Не позволяйте им входить с фланга. Конец связи. Штаб.
Перегруппироваться!
Это КП. По нам велся огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ. Но потеряли врага. Враг может все еще прятаться поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность. Штаб! Это кафе! Ответьте!
Двигайтесь!
Штаб! Ответьте! Штаб! Штаб! Это кафе! Штаб! Прием!
Entonces solo hay que ser paciente.
КП РВД-1. Поиски закончены. Противник не обнаружен. Прием! Это КП. Понял. Будьте бдительны. Не позволяйте им напасть на вас. Конец связи.
Extraction arrived at Metabase. Development project has been added. Exfiltrated
All right,
off.
you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Good work.
Mission complete, boss. The engineer we rescued has been extremely cooperative. The guys on the R&D team are glad to have him aboard. Thing is, his specialty isn't mechanics, but something called bionics, engineering based on biology. He's already submitted a proposal for modifying your prosthetic arm. If you're interested, go ahead and give the development order.
Los prostéticos ya pueden ser desarrollados.
Side ops list
When you're not on
updated.
a mission, use that free time wisely. Surveying enemy outposts, for example, or gathering manpower and resources. Of course, even you need some downtime every now and then. Whatever you do, it's all another step on the road to our goal.
Commencing platform construction.
Ujú. Vamos a hacernos un brazo.
Please specify a project.
Inicio de maniobra de extracción. Resistencia al daño mejorada. Soporte, bracimiento dorado. Botón para dar un toque otra vez. Eso es meramente visual.
Key supplies requested. Supply drop complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
Excelente.
We can use compounds from plants to make medicine or poison for use in new weapons and equipment. Take a look at the plants list on your iDroid to see which ones we need. Then go find them if you get the chance. It'll keep the staff happy too.
This is Pequod. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Buddy departing area of operations.
Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Au. Fuerzas privadas.
Ocelot said the number of private forces is increasing, and they model themselves after us.
They're a far cry from the likes of us.
But why? 9 years ago, we made enemies of the world as a nuclear-equipped force, independent of ideology or state.
Yes. Sooner or later, the real UN would have stepped in.
So why are they giving these PFs free reign?
That's our fault, too.
What do you mean?
What happened 9 years ago was a real problem for a lot of people. An organization as big as ours, with our facilities, was wiped off the map. Not an easy thing to hide. But if our existence came to light, so would the names of our clients. We had contracts all over, east and west, from superpowers to banana republics, the lot. Our clients denied all association with the likes of us. They had to make sure things didn't blow up on them. But at the same time, they missed us. They really missed us. The demand for armies for hire was as strong as ever. The international community turned a blind eye to what happened to us, despite still needing people who could do our jobs. History couldn't afford to lose us. As soon as we were gone, they needed a replacement. So private forces spread everywhere,
Select
and they're all just a phone call away.
But still,
I know. PFs are totally different from what we envisioned. Nation-states, revolutionaries, terrorists, they have a lot of clients, and Cypher is one of them. Cypher stays anonymous, but I know their work when I see it. In the eyes of those clients, the world's PFs are all just expendable pawns. The clients don't have to worry about losing their own men. Nobody knows they're involved, and PFs are cheap. In short, the world is chewing up soldiers and spitting them out. Even some of the old Mother Base's survivors are still working for PFs. Some guys created their own smaller forces. Others were taken on by emerging PFs. Everybody's gone their separate ways. But none of them are living their dream, because they're not fighting with you. Of course, I tried to headhunt as many of them as I could for Diamond Dogs. It was all a waste of time. They said they weren't interested without you to lead them. But now you're back. And everything's gonna change. We'll unite all private forces under you, transcending nations and economies. What is a nation? Just a patch of dirt. The bonds among us will surpass
Por la
nations.
pequeña oveja
And that's
perdida.
what'll put the world under our control. We'll establish a new kind of country, redefine the very concept of it. Even Cypher will be below us. An extraterritorial federation of military nations. The United States of Force. Once word of Big Boss's return...
deploying.
Deploying. Reflect. Oh. No te decapures de Afganistán.
Analysis complete.
Всем боевым группам, это КП! Все подразделения, за боевые позиции! Повторяю, все подразделения, за боевые позиции! Зона 1, это КП! Открыть подавляющий минометный огонь по противнику! Прием!
That's the target.
Это зона 1! Вас понял! Подготовка к минометному огню! Конец связи!
Analysis complete.
No.
сектор. Но осторожно. Конец связи.
Side-op completed. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Я не хочу умирать!
¿Por qué? Ah,
КП, это зона 1. Никаких признаков противника. Обыскиваю местность.
The
Прием.
map has been updated.
Это КП. Понял. Они не могли уйти далеко. Будьте бдительны. Конец
Marker
связи.
placed.
Штаб. Это КП. Возразился огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ. Но потеряли врага. Враг может все еще...
porque Barocas se
Будьте осторожны. Штаб. Это КП. Ответьте.
Sí.
Ответь, делай там. Штаб. Это КП. Штаб. Прием. Подожди.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Обыскать все! Двигайтесь!
Analysis complete.
Направление! Обыскать все! Нужно прикрытие!
Analysis complete.
СО-1, это КП. Доложите ситуацию. Прием.
Plant expansion complete.
Вы меня слышите? Прием. Всем боевым группам, это КП. У нас проблема. Тревога по всем постам. Штаб, это КП. Возразился огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ, но потеряли врага. Враг может все еще прятаться поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность.
Снимите меня отсюда!
Штаб, это КП. Ответьте. Ответьте, штаб. Это КП.
To extract. He's coming too. Roger that.
Marker placed. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Vámonos, hijos.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Это КП, понял. Будьте начеку. Выкройте врага. Конец связи.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Your shot bounced off. But at least it took that helmet with it. Great job. All right, we'll bring him out.
Spit it out.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
The map has been updated.
КП, это Дмитрий 6. Мы закончили поиски. Никто не обнаружен. Прием. Это КП, понял. Будьте наготове. Конец связи.
Analysis complete.
Нет, не делай этого!
Lie down. Where are your friends?
Extraction failed.
КП, РБТ-1. У нас тут труп. Ищите нарушителей. Прием. Это КП, понял. Усилить безопасность и найти нарушителя. Конец связи.
Side-op. Analysis side-ops list updated.
Мне заняться его поисками. Прием. Это КП, понял. Все единицы. Будьте бдительны и найдите нарушителей. Конец связи.
Marker placed. Analysis complete.
Лучше посмотреть! Что такое? Понял.
coming too. Roger that.
Has been updated. Marker placed.
Компания Дмитрий Евич. Воздушный шар только что унес одного из наших. Скорее всего, на базе лазутчик. Мне заняться его поисками? Прием. Это КП, понял. Последующие потери неуязвимы. Держите угол. Конец связи.
You gotta extract him.
The map has been updated.
Компания Дмитрий Евич. Нашли подозрительное лицо. Проверяем. Прием. Это КП, понял. Не теряйте бдительности. Конец связи. Всем боевым группам, это КП. На нас напали. Всех подразделений занять боевые позиции. КП, это Дмитрий-2. Потерял визуальный контакт. КП, это Дмитрий-6. Нас атакуют. Большие потери. Пошлите резервную группу. Прием. Всем постов. Это командир. Внешняя радиосвязь вышла из строя. Мы не можем вызвать подкрепление с других аванпостов. Окопайтесь и удержите позиции своими силами. Конец связи.
Mueran todos.
Outpost captured.
Y última bala.
Я не хочу умирать!
The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination.
You destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
Support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Ok. Y los demás.
Side ops list updated. Please select a landing zone. Deploying.
reports of a Pashto English interpreter operating in that area. If you extract him, he could be plenty useful for us.
complete. Analysis complete. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Я не хочу умирать! Подожди, не стреляй!
Get down. Lie down. Speak.
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Не делай этого!
Thanks. You safe? Where are your friends?
Side ops list updated.
Okay, subject is in.
Arrived at Mother Base. Unit function added. Development project has been added.
Нет, не делай этого!
Guard post captured. The map has been updated.
Давай я возьму. Анты. Genial.
Golden Crescent. A type of medicinal plant. We can use that to make tranquilizer rounds more potent.
Please select a landing zone. The support helicopter
Roger.
requested. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Buddy departing area of operations.
Departing.
Please select a mission. Please select a landing zone. Heading to Mother Base.
No, DD, stop! Snake.
Sorry. Been away for a while.
Don't be such a stranger. That's a bad example for the men. He gets lonely too. DD, come.
Under construction, Diamond Dogs Base. The unit.
Thank you, boss.
Boss, thank you for making me a diamond dog. I look forward to serving under you.
Safety first, precaución. Una paz.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Boss, how about developing something?
Boss!
Abajo en progreso. Sí, veo.
Boss!
Obtener el emblema caja de cartón.
Thanks for that, boss.
Let us know if you need support.
Boss!
¡No subo! No puedo pedir el helicóptero a este, no.
Roger. This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by.
Let's go.
Gaining altitude.
remember Amanda?
Yeah, I do.
Their revolution was a success. Somoza resigned, and Nicaragua has a new government. Amanda's really working hard for her country to be reborn.
Good for them.
She says she wishes Chico could be there.
That revolution was the dream. For Amanda, for Chico, and their father.
That chopper was no place for Chico to die. I'd like to at least think history will remember his part in the revolution.
When you pick up a gun, there's always a chance you'll die for nothing. He knew that as well as the rest. Now that he's gone, it's up to the rest of us to decide what it was all worth. If we don't, there's nothing to prove that Chico ever lived at all. We're his mark on the world.
Amanda told us that Strangelove contacted her after the revolutionaries came to power in Nicaragua. Strangelove, the AI researcher from Mother Base?
I remember her.
We'd lost touch with her, till Amanda heard from her out of the blue. She told Amanda she wanted to salvage Peace Walker's drive parts, or something from the bottom of Lake Nicaragua. Amanda passed the request on to her friends in the new administration. She's a national hero now, after all. So Strangelove got a Soviet military aircraft to transport something to somewhere. But apparently the cargo wasn't big enough to have been Peace Walker itself.
So what was it?
Who knows? We recovered Peace Walker's nuclear warhead ourselves 9 years ago. What could Strangelove have been after? Amanda said she didn't mention what her reason was or where she was headed. Nicaragua is a socialist state now. With Amanda vouching for her, the government didn't feel the need to concern itself with the details. All Strangelove told Amanda was that she was going to continue her research, and that the rest was a secret. Right before the attack, Huey was in the control tower to prepare for the inspectors. He was with them when it all went down. The control tower collapsed with the rest of its strut. His body was never recovered, but he was the one who met the inspection party when they arrived. And he was the one who showed the nuclear inspectors to the tower. You remember the way it went. First he recommends we agree to the inspection, then he gives them the okay without our permission, all the time acting as if he was doing us a favor. On top of that, he even had the guards disarmed that day. It would send the wrong message, he said. Whatever the angle, it all leads back to Huey. I curse my own stupidity for not realizing sooner. Huey escaped with that unit by chopper. I've been hunting him for 9 long years. The other reason I was operating around Afghanistan was to dig up his location.
Huey's in Afghanistan?
Yes, and I have a good idea where. Now we just wait for the right moment. This time, we'll be the ones using him. He's going to tell us who our guests really were that used a fake nuclear inspection to blast our home into the ocean. We were lucky to get our hands on that cyborg arm developer. There's no one in Diamond Dogs who can so much as maintain that thing.
Bionic arm, not cyborg, if you go by what he calls it. But you're right, the East is light years ahead in bionics. They can even detect through the skin the slight electrical signals from the brain that order muscles to move. The Soviet Union completed their first bionic arm capable of doing that back in the 60s. Although I guess that news didn't really reach the West.
No kidding. Zadorov's was the only one I ever saw. Quite a shock to see it for the first time.
And it was no mean feat to get hold of Snake's arm. I couldn't get one for you at the time, but you know, now...
Forget it. I've no intention of relying on bionics. Right now I need to keep the pain fresh in my mind.
Well, it's your decision. But don't you find it... inconvenient?
Not a bit. But the phantom pain... it never lets up. Do you know how many men I saw die that day? There's nothing we can do to bring them back. And you expect me to care about getting a measly arm and leg back? Sorry. But my pain belongs to all our dead comrades. I'll keep living with it for their sake. It'll guide me straight and true until I've gotten them the vengeance they deserve.
So SALT II still hasn't gone into effect.
That treaty was drawn up to limit not just the size of the U.S. and Soviet Union's nuclear arsenals, but also their delivery systems. The whole deal. That's when we thought all those years of negotiations had paid off. Somebody decides to invade Afghanistan. The timing couldn't have been worse.
The president was in the middle of the SALT II talks back then.
You mean while you were busy trying to stop Peace Walker? I heard. President Ford was meeting with the General Secretary in Vladivostok. In his absence, the political brass in America detected what they didn't realize was false nuclear launch data from Peace Walker, and were on the verge of ordering a retaliatory nuclear strike.
Coleman's big idea? Humans are incapable of destroying themselves. Turns out he never knew what humans are capable of.
If that AI, the boss, hadn't found a way to stop the fake data transmission, they probably would have gone ahead with the launch.
Deterrence was revealed as the pipe dream it was.
All thanks to you. And her. The U.S.-Soviet talks looked set to fall through. What happened in Nicaragua no doubt helped trigger a change of heart. But in the end...
The time's define the politics. When you've grabbed their tail, they turn and bite your hand.
I first met you 20 years ago now. The place was Selenouyarsk in the Soviet Union. We were enemies. I was with the GRU. You were still fighting for America. 1964. Operation Snake Eater. Its objective? The assassination of the legendary soldier known as the Boss. When you returned home successful, they awarded you the title Big Boss. Your CO, Zero, sought to carry on the boss's will by covertly establishing his own organization. You knew the original members from Operation Snake Eater. From America, there was David O, or as he was to you, Major Zero. Donald Anderson, aka Sigint, Dr. Clark, who went by paramedic during the operation, and the fourth, you. From China, there was Eva, and me, Ocelot, from the Soviet Union. 6 in total. To us, government notions of friend and foe were meaningless. As were East and West, we joined forces by our will alone. Our objective was to fulfill the boss's dying wish, to make the world one. And to do it, Zero used the Philosopher's Legacy, the secret war fund you obtained during Operation Snake Eater. This organization would go on to become Cypher. I, on the other hand, was left with the problem. You only recovered half of the legacy. I had to locate the other half myself. When I found the funds, I passed them on to Zero, just as you wanted.
I still trusted him in those days.
We thought what he was doing was the boss's will, until he started that one project.
Les enfants terribles, Zero called it.
You parted ways, as did Eva, leaving only Anderson and Clark still with him. I maintained limited contact, although truth be told, we were just keeping tabs on one another. The reason was always you. After you returned to the Army and created Foxhound, you left America. For a time, even I'd lost track of you. I'd imagine Zero did too. You always were the best when it came to hide and seek. Zero created Cypher, an information network to tap into every corner of the globe. Woven together, Cypher's arteries make the world just one big organism. And that's not all. It also monitors the thorn in Zero's side. That's you, tracking your coordinates wherever you might go. The further you strayed from your roots, the larger Zero became. It's as if he was trying to close the gap between you. But before long, he disappeared from public life. Only a few people had direct contact with him. For a time, I was one of them. Then a year after you fell into your coma, he slipped out of sight entirely. Since then, nothing. No photos, no recordings, not even a reliable rumor as to his whereabouts. I tried every method I could think of, but Zero was gone. Freed of his control, his creation, his power continued to grow. Cypher is a great beast, and Zero was its spine. But even without him, it's endured, evolved. But now its body is rotting, riddled with parasites. Parasites like the ones who attacked you 9 years ago in the Caribbean, and then at the hospital. Cypher's Black Ops unit, XOF. They learned where you were, and came to wipe the slate clean.
Amigos, amigos, por siempre, amigos, amigos de verdad. Estás por ahí.